Hello again and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by W Energy Drinks, Drinks for Gamers and Eldridge Air Conditioning. So this is round 5 of our GR Supra Sunday Championship, and this is the third of our 5 endurance races. And funny enough, it's the third time that we visited the United States, and we were here at the Watkins Glen International Raceway, or just known as the Glen, just outside of New York. It doesn't look like it would be when you look at this venue. It doesn't look the sort of place that would be close to New York, that magnificent city, but it is just on the outskirts of there. And well, with the 28 laps ahead of us here, this is going to be another kind of fuel management and tyre management race for these League of Champions drivers. We had quite a few of these, haven't we, where the tyres have been going off a lot of the time on the left-hand side. I mean, this is a clockwise circuit anyway, so it's going to be all on the left again, if mostly. But I think it's an equal kind of split between the tyre wear. But as I say, probably a lot more right-handers on this circuit than lefts. But should be fun. Let's get this one underway and let's go through this grid. So Brisbane in pole position. We've got Fitzy in second, Bailey in third, Inky, who's joined us again, in fourth. There he is. Neil Farmack in fifth, Osman in sixth, Grasshopper in seventh, Victor in eighth, Dyson in ninth, Unforgiven in 10th, myself in 11th, and Love Rocket Rods in the back there in 12th. Just the 12 cars for this round. Just coming out the final corner, the 90 as it's known, down to turn 1, and away we go. Let's get this one underway then. 28 laps around here. Now there could be probably 2 stoppers for most, but there could be people on 3 stoppers as well, depending on how the fuel and tyres go. All through there, okay. Yep, already Paul attacking his teammate Unforgiven ahead of him. Paul started on the hard tyres. It's going to be, as usual, the 3 compounds that have got to be used here. So they come through the inner loop and then to the outer loop. All about keeping that speed up through here. Fitzy now attacking his teammate Brisbane, who's still out in front, to come down now the chutes and towards the other side. Deceiving corner, this one gives you a little bit of hope that you can get around it in third or fourth, but some people will drop it down to second as we watch Unforgiven having a go up the inside of Victor. He does get it done. Up to 9th goes Unforgiven. So Victor down to 10th, Love Rocket in 11th, and on myself actually drops down to 12th place. Love Rocket Rods just taking on the right hand side there, taking myself. So Love Rocket Rods up to 11th place now. He's on the soft tyres as well. So let's see what the guys are on. Mediums for Brisbane, our leaders. This is a line to start lap 2. Softs for Fitzy, Bailey on the mediums. That's your 3 at the front. We've got Inky there in 4th on mediums. Osman, mediums. Neil, mediums. Soft for Dyson. Grasshopper on the mediums as well. As we see Dyson attacking Neil. Got Unforgiven, as we know, who's on the soft. Victor's on the mediums. Love Rocket on the soft, and myself on the hard tyres. So not many starting on the hard. In fact, I might be the only one actually, which is probably why I'm down in 12th place, or perhaps it's just because I'm very slow. But Unforgiven then, and look at this in front of him. Just going through the inner loop and round the outer loop now, down the chutes, and Grasshopper. And look at Neil, but it's all going on here, isn't it, already? Out the other side, down towards the toe. Grasshopper side by side with Unforgiven, but does get there. Grasshopper on the outside. No, he doesn't. Unforgiven sticking it there, keeping it there on the outside and goes round the outside. So 8th for Unforgiven. Good move. Now as he attacks Neil Farmack now. Up here at the hill. His circuits in the United States all have really great names for the corners. As we see Dyson now all over the back of Osman. Coming to the end of lap 2. Dyson looking every which way, trying to get past Osman, but can't get there at the moment, but might have a chance down here at turn 1. Let's have a look. Soft tyres already. Dyson's looking, well, great after just 3 laps, so I'm thinking you could probably only get about, oh, I think he's gone. Probably only get about half a dozen laps on them soft tyres. Let's have a look. He's lost it on the curbing, I reckon. As he comes along this past the line, or over the line and into turn 1. Does he catch the curb on the outside? Oh, he goes very wide, and yeah, it's all dusty and dirty out there. Fortunately, kind of knocks him back into play, doesn't it, the barrier, although he does get that damage on the right-hand side, but obviously going to drop a few spots down to 11th behind Love Rocket Rods, but I guess it's easy to do there with hitting those curbs. To 11th now with Victor, who's at the moment, isn't he, in 12th place, so Victor's some way back there. Too short happened to him. He went off, I believe, on the exit of the bus stop chicane. Fitzy now taking the lead from his teammate. When did that take place? Oh, quite some time ago. So Fitzy taking up the lead. One of 3 of our Welsh drivers here in the field. It's championship. Fitzy, Osman and Inky. Welsh contingent. It's Brisbane now. Maybe just letting his teammate Fitzy do some of the hard work now. It does look like he's getting back into Bailey's territory. Bailey's sniffing that 2nd place now. So maybe Brisbane is just trying to keep those tyres okay. Bailey still all over the back of Brisbane. That's your 3. Dyson up to 4th. Osman 5th. And Neil with Unforgiven all over the back of him. Unforgiven looking like he's got a little bit of pace here. Early doors. So the final corner now. But you push on these soft tyres. See the quicker they're going to wear, and he's going to have a go here. Turn 1, Unforgiven up the inside, and Neil, good move, job done. 6th place for Unforgiven, but now Neil, grass up all over the back of him as well. Didn't get a particularly great exit out of there, did he, Neil? But Sopper now attacking all over the back of Neil. And we've got Love Rocket Rods also having a look behind, see what he can get out of it as Grasshopper now. Does he have a go at Neil here at the chicane? No, well, he thought about it, but Neil wasn't giving it to him. You can almost straight line it through that chicane. Got to be careful, you can get a penalty if you do take too much of it as a straight line, but you can take a bit of liberty with that, actually. Certainly on the entry, not so much on the exit, as Grasshopper now has a look down here at the toe, but no, nothing happening in there. So Unforgiven 6th, Neil 7th, Grasshopper 8th, Love Rocket Rods in 9th, then Inky dropping down the field a bit to 10th. And then that gap back to myself. It's the difference with the hard tyres there. Quite a big gap back to me, so at this point just run these hards as long as I can, and the fuel right up to when I need to come in. I'm just going to go the full length until it's time to fuel. knowing that you're not going to get a lot laps out the soft or the mediums, in fairness. It's Victor there in 12th. Fitzy then, looking good out front. Taking a lot of that inside curve, but that's all good. Riding along the outside curve there. Through the S's now. Up towards the back straight for Fitzy. He's on them soft tyres and it certainly isn't holding back, is he? He's pushing as hard as he possibly can. It looks like he's just going to run them until they're red. Until they got no more on them. Through the chicane. Brisbane, good team points at the moment for Team Whistler, but obviously a long way to go yet. Bailey sitting there in 7 up in 3rd place with his teammate actually Osman, who's fighting it out. Oh, sorry, he's in 4th. Then there's the fight between Unforgiven and Dyson for 5th and 6th place. Dyson just holding Unforgiven off at the moment. Dyson, one of our Scottish colleagues. So we love to spread the love here at URL and the nationalities racing together. That's what we like to see. Unforgiven in 6th, then Grasshopper there in 7th. So Unforgiven is that meeting the Buzzing Hornet sandwich at the minute. Farmack, 8th place for Neil. He's just taking it as easy as he possibly can here in the race. First one's in is Dyson. That's them tyres for you. So he's had enough on that front left. As Love Rocket goes past to grab 8th place. Himself in the 9th, Victor 10th. Dyson still in the pit lane. Inky in 11th, but he's picked up half a second penalty. Dyson still there, going to come out in 12th place is Dyson. Still the Whistler boys leading this with Bailey still hanging on behind them. He's not letting them go, is he? Green machine chasing down the blue machines. Actually, Fitzy just coming back into play now. This must be those tyres just coming into effect. Yeah, front left, as you can see, it's the culprit again. Brisbane looking better on those mediums, along with Bailey as well. So Fitzy going to be a little bit of pressure in a minute, unless of course he decides to come in. He may decide to come in now after 6 laps. Let's just stick with Fitzy because he's just coming round the lobby, coming round second to last corner here now, which is basically where pit lane entrance is. Going to stay to the right hand side, is he? Very difficult lane. Yes, there he goes. Difficult lane to stay. You've got to stay within that yellow line. You get over there, you're going to get a 3-second penalty. So he does come in. That means Brisbane then his teammate is first, Bailey second, Osman now up to 3rd place. So now we've got the 2 7-up boys chasing. Brisbane down. Grasshopper up to 4th. Finally, Grasshopper seems to have sorted out his issue that he has with finding the grass. That's he decided to stay on the tarmac. So he's made it through 7 laps of this one as well after completing the last round. So at the moment anyway, he's there in 4th place. Now the thing with that chicane, and the thing with, well, not so much not the problem with the chicane, but the problem with this car through the chicane is that the car is okay going into it, but trying to exit it, that chicane, turning left, trying to pull it back while you're going through there as fast as you can, the car objects to it, really doesn't like it at all. Very difficult to try and get it turned while you're going through chicane, so kind of you lose some time on there, and obviously got to be careful not to pick up a penalty if you're trying it too hard. As Victor now on the back of Paul, it's going to surely grab 6 off him up here. Victor on those mediums. Through he goes, but Paul's going to do the switch back. I think he gets it done. He does. Yeah, Victor just ran it a bit wide. Paul just broke a little bit earlier and then switched it back and got that 6th place back again. These two, 6th and 7th place. And that was our leader, Fitzy. He's been in, come out, and he's on the hard tyres now. In 8th place. I actually thought hard tyres felt okay actually. Obviously, they're not as quick. You lose a lot more time with the hard tyres on, but in terms of how they felt around here, they weren't that too bad actually as it goes. Dyson, another one who's come in and come out on hard tyres. So Fitzy and Dyson both come in, both chucked on them hard tyres. Presumably will run quite a long stint on those. Love Rocket Rods in 11th. Also been in and come out on those hard tyres. A lot of the guys deciding to run hard for this second stint here. Meanwhile, up front, Brisbane and Bailey. 1st and 2nd still. Any of these deciding to come in, I don't think they will, looking at what they've got fuel-wise and tyre-wise. I think there's a couple of laps still probably left in these boys. Through the final corner, and Osman as well in 3rd place. So yeah, we're pretty much the same there in terms of what they got in the tank. Oh, and Grasshopper, well, let's have a look. Big damage there. Now, was that coming into pit lane or was it a mistake? It wasn't coming into pit lane, was he? He's going to hit the outside wall, isn't he? Big hit, and then ends up almost in pit lane. Head first in there, and well, at least it's not the grass. But, well, he's decided to come in anyway. I think he's just thought, well, you know, might as well get changed while I'm here. What's the point of reversing that and losing more time? So, fair play to him. In he goes, Grasshopper. Fitzy, meanwhile, in 8th still, but with half a second. See? Wonder whether that was the chicane where we picked that up. Knows. Forgiven. Grab 8th place. As he passes Grasshopper in pit lane. So up to 8th he goes. Grasshopper still there. Dyson in 9th will get that spot with Love Rocket, who may grab 10th off of Grasshopper. It's Grasshopper out. Where is Grasshopper? Just leaving pit lane now, so that's where we are. Love Rocket coming round turn 1 now. Grasshopper just coming out ahead of him. Coming to shot now, there he is, and he's got 3-second penalty, and that's a bit harsh to be fair, or 3.5 actually. So yeah, so what happened then? He had half a second before he went in after his crash, and then it also classed it as crossing that line and getting 3-second penalty as well. So probably quite harsh, that one actually, to pick up any penalties for that after having a moment, and then you're picking up 3.5-second penalty, which is going to throw him completely out of this race. So Brisbane and Bailey still staying out for another lap. Could well be doing a little bit of fuel saving now. Looks like Bailey's got slightly less fuel, so he will certainly be in next lap, but he could be following Brisbane's strategy at the moment as they run a bit wide, but that's fine. Again, you can pick up a penalty, but I think all 4 wheels have got to be over that curve in on the left for that to come into play. Osman in 3rd place coming through the S's now. Back straight. Still got those guys in his sights. So I'm in now, hard tyres, so that was it after 10 laps. Fuel had gone. And I'm going to come out and have a stint on those soft tyres Did I use this off for the last stint? Whatever. Well, anyway, I'm changing tyres and I'm back in the field. Osman in third place. Neil Farmack up to fourth now. He's looking okay, actually, you know. Tyres are okay. Fuel. Looks like he's probably got another lap in it quite easily. That car, so at the moment, in a good position. Neil in fourth. So it can all change. That tower down the left. We'll be having hissy fit soon when all the stops come into play throughout this race. Be up and down like a yo-yo. And then Victor fifth place. That Rockets Supra. Time for him to come in now as well. After 10 laps. Fitzy already been in, still in up to sixth, I should say. Yeah, now two leaders are in. Brisbane and Bailey are in. As Osmond follows suit, he does. So there you go. Our 1, 2, 3 are in. So let's go back with our fourth place man, and he's staying out. I did say probably got enough for another lap at least. And Neil's going to grab that lead off of all of them, and into the lead he goes. That Alpha Tauri car. Turn 1. Victor's in as well, into fifth. So a lot of guys deciding to come in after the end of lap 10. Fitzy, we know he won't be in because he's already been in. So that will mean that Fitzy will come. Well, he's at fourth at the moment. Is he going to grab second? Are they all still in pit lane? No, he doesn't. Bailey has actually just come out. Brisbane follow him, and there goes Fitzy round the outside. He didn't quite grab his teammate through the S's there, did he? But he should get him. These tyres are a lot warmer than Brisbane. Brisbane may just pull over, let him go past, or maybe not, or maybe he does. No, he doesn't. So Bailey second. Osmond third, Fitzy fourth, Osmond fifth, so very close, his top five. Unforgiven, not that far behind either, in sixth place. Trying to catch up with Neil, who's our leader. He is going to be coming in, so he's going to get done whilst he's in pit lane. It's probably a good, if you're going to do tyres and fuel, it's probably a good almost a minute, I would have thought, in pit lane. Transition time from entry to exit. As you get it right through there, got to be so careful. This is where you lose a lot of time, just trying to stay in those lines and not crossing that yellow one. So in he comes. Bailey then. Oh, Brisbane with a moment, running a bit wide. He's got a little bit of a queue forming behind him now with Fitzy and Osman now. But Bailey is going to grab the lead, and these guys are going to stream past Neil as he's in pit lane. So Bailey will take the lead up. There he goes. They'll go past Neil, just exiting now. So he's going to actually lose a spot to Unforgiven, who's just gone past as well. So Neil going to be dropping down to sixth place. He comes out of pit lane, and this little battle ahead though, look at this going on. There's Fitzy attacking Osman, or is it Osman? No, it's Osman attacking Fitzy. Osman on a bit of a run, and two Welsh guys are fighting it out here with Brisbane ahead of them. Side by side, Osman and Fitzy. Now who's going to break last? Oh, it's Osman has to slot in fourth place. Behind Fitzy again. Fitzy up to third. Wanting that lead back, isn't he, Fitzy? Those hard tyres, as I said, the hard tyres actually weren't too bad. They've held their own. Brisbane also on the hard tyres. Soft for Osman, which is why he does appear to have slightly more pace, doesn't he, Osman? But he just can't get past Fitzy at the moment. Got two Rizzler cars that he's got to try and pass to try get up behind his own teammate as he now switches back, takes the inside line. He's going to be on the outside of Fitzy now. No, he does go around the outside into third. So good move from Osman. To third he goes. Fitzy's back end just come out a little bit there. So now I've got to chase down Brisbane is Osman, and Fitz is in. So Fitz is actually coming in. So he's only having the minimum amount of laps on them hard tyres, isn't he? Which is quite a surprise. So maybe he's on a 3-stopper then. So he's going to be coming out here on soft tyres, I believe, for Fitzy. We'll have a look when he comes back out, but he's obviously just done the required amount on them hard tyres, so he must be on a 3-stopper, otherwise he would have run longer on those hards. Bailey, our leader, looking good at the moment. Got a big gap back then to Brisbane, hasn't he? That's because Fitzy dropped in though, didn't he? So now there's a bit of a gap back to 2nd and 3rd place. Forgiven in 4th. Forgiven on his own, but a couple of drivers ahead of him that he's just about in his view at the moment. He's focusing on all that tyre rubber on the outside of the track there. Coming down towards toe now. The other side through the penalty zone to the hill. And up the hill. So Neil then, after his stop in 5th place, Dyson. We haven't seen a lot of Dyson, have we? But keeping himself to himself there in 6th place at the moment. Bit of a lonely race for him. He's not far behind Neil, was he, in 5th place, but 6th for him at the moment on those hard tyres, and I think he's going to be running them as long as he can as well. Clearly he's on a 2-stopper. You've got myself in 7th place now. So I did come out on the mediums, it wasn't the softs, so I left them softs to last, didn't I? I remember now. So medium tyres for myself there. Starting lap 14, so we are halfway through. Victor in 8th, but under pressure from Grasshopper, who down there in 9th after his big off at the pit entrance. So actually 9th at the moment isn't probably too bad, considering the time that he did lose. An unexpected stop that he wasn't expecting to do when he went in there, but I can understand why he done it in the end. Fitzy then, after his 2nd stop, he's out on the mediums. In 10th place, and Love Rocket just coming out of pit lane now on the mediums, I believe. Yes, medium tyres for him. 11th place. So Bailey with a lovely lead at the moment over Osman, his teammate. 7 up, 1 and 2. Could be spraying some of that at the end of this race, couldn't they, on the podium, although it would be 7 up. But it would be some bubbly stuff. Brisbane in 3rd. Down to turn 1, and Brisbane will just dropped back to a little bit, hasn't he, on those hard tyres. Too sure whether he's on a 2 or a 3-stopper. I think he's probably going to try for a 2. Forgiven. Just pushing hard in 4th place. Can't really make any ground on the top 3 at the moment, but another one who's having a bit of a lonely race there in 4th. Hill in 5th place, again on his own really, starting to spread out. They kind of got a couple of guys on their own, and then some close little battles between or either side of them. Dyson in 6th place. In 7th at this point. It seemed to be catching Dyson. think Dyson might have been doing a bit of fuel saving, because he was coming back to me very, very quickly at this point. I knew that I could get that 6th off him. Just a moment, just a matter of when, really, but it certainly was fuel saving. As it just visually, you could see that he was going slower. I think I do get him up here at the top of the hill, the left-hander. He just stays out of the way to the right-hand side, does Dyson. Yeah, he does, there you go. Just stays out of the way. I get past. Well done to Dyson. Drops in 7th place, but he's got some... well, he's got a strategy on. He's got his thinking brain going. That he obviously knows what he wants to do. He succeed. Victor's going to probably take him as well, as Victor's closing in fast in 8th place. Victor behind Dyson, or likely get him up along here the back straight. Yeah, there you go, straight past. Up to 7th for Victor. Grasshopper, half a second for Grasshopper there in 9th place. So, picked up quite a few penalties, although 3.5 seconds of that was harsh. Half a second there for track limits somewhere. 9th for him. Fitzy in 10th place. Again, he's come in, hasn't he? Done his 2nd stop. Come out on those medium tyres. He does hold that fastest lap currently at 1:45.2. Which I think has been there from the start, from when he was on soft tyres. Fitzy then. Looks like he's closing in on Grasshopper. Love Rocket in 11th place. Quite a long way back is Love Rocket. He did come in, didn't he? But he seems to be a long way back from the rest of the field at the moment. So maybe not enjoying his time out there. Unforgiven's in. Dropping down the field. He might come back out in front of Love Rocket actually, in the distance between himself and him. Bailey still leading it from Osman in 2nd, and then Brisbane in 3rd. Absolutely no change up there at the top 3. Neil 4th place now, just sitting there, isn't he? He's on them hard tyres now. Self up to 5th place. It's in 6th place, but Fitzy and Grasshopper are coming. Some presumably still fuel saving. Might well be in this lap actually. Dyson, he's run what he can do on what he's got at the moment. Fitzy now right over the back of him. Will he be staying to the right hand side? Dyson probably will let Fitzy go like he did himself. No, he's not, or is he? No, he's not. Not that time. But he's going to stay, is there? No, he's having another go, Dyson. What a battle this is. Fitzy having a little switchback. So Dyson trying to defend hard against Fitzy, but he just have a little bit too much for him down here at turn 1, and Fitzy does grab it. Gets that 6th place. Good little race there, though, between Fitzy and Dyson. Grasshopper sitting there too, just watching what's happening. Victor's in from 9th. So Dyson pushing, looks like he's pushing on now, so fuel savings out the window at this point. Going to go to the end, but will be in after this one. Looks like he's back up to full speed ahead for Dyson. Grasshopper now over the back of his teammate. So Dyson will be in. Grasshopper may be in. It could be both buzzing hornets in this lap, possibly. And our leader is in, along with Bailey. Our leader Bailey, who was our leader, and Osman are in. So that does mean that Brisbane is now our leader. Little Farmac, round the final corner, will take second place from Bailey and Osman. Exiting now, and myself coming along across the line now, but I don't quite get out in front of both Bailey and Osman. I think they just, there I am, just going around turn 1, so I do actually get out in front of both of those guys. So to third place for myself. Bailey, tyres, mediums for Fitzy. He wasn't in anyway, was he? But he's up to 5th now. And then Osman, hard tyres, in 6th place. Forgiven in 7th. So even more on his own now. 19 laps out of 28. Rocket Rods from the back, it's gone up to 8th place, so it just goes to show you. Now he's under pressure from both Grasshopper and Dyson, who have both come in and come out, so they're on fresh tyre, but Rocket Rods to 8th now from what was 11th. But I don't think he's going to be able to hold off Grasshopper, certainly not on those soft tyres anyway, for very long. And actually, I've just realised that we've actually now lost Inky, so technical issues for Inky. So on his return, and he's straight into the garage, some kind of issue. Grasshopper still can't get past Love Rocket. Dyson there in 10th. I'm in now in pit lane for what is my second stop to come out on those soft tyres. Brisbane leading it though. Now obviously, I know those softs are not going to last me to the end. So, fuel up to the end. Might have to come in for a tyre change for the third stop, just a tyre change, no fuel. Near the end of the race, knowing that probably only going to get 5 or 6 laps out of that, so for like the last 2 or 3, probably likely I'm going to be coming in, depending on how, or where I am I should say, on track. So Neil up to second place now, Fitzy in third, Bailey fourth. So Bailey in fourth, but he has it just changed onto the hard tyres. So let's have a look. I don't think, just looking at all the guys ahead of him, yeah, they're all probably due to come in the next few laps. So Bailey might have a clear run up front when he passes him in pit lane. That'll be his plan. In fact, one of them's already in. Brisbane's in. So where does Bailey come out? in conjunction with Brisbane. Hill's taken the lead off of him. There he goes. Brisbane, is he exiting now? He is exiting now. Got his teammate coming along, who might grab second from him. There he is. I don't think Bailey's going to grab it, so Brisbane is going to come out now. There's Bailey. He's coming around the corner. It's going to be tight. Brisbane's, there he is. So very close from Brisbane to Bailey. Bailey's going to grab him round the outside through the S's. Does he get him? He does. A little love tap there from Bailey. Little side swipe. Just to say, you ain't got rid of me that easily. Bailey up to third, then Brisbane in fourth, Osman now fifth. And a massive gap back then to Unforgiven in sixth place. Self there in seventh, out on the soft tyres now, trying to chase down my teammate. Up at eighth. It's fine, he has got past Love Rocket, both of these actually. Both the yellow machines have got past Love Rocket, who's back to 10th now. And Victor in 11th. So Neil then in pit lane, Fitzy in as well, which means Bailey and Brisbane are going to be finding out at the top end here. Bailey does get that lead back, but he's very, very closely followed by Brisbane, and this is going to go to the end, I think, this battle. Look at these two. Oh, could have been a little tag there, but it might have been just a little bit of a get your back moment from Brisbane after the little side swipe from Bailey last time round at this point here. But Brisbane climbing all over the back. Bailey now up into the inner loop, as is known, just the bus stop chicane, but then the outer loop here down into the chute. Down to the toe. The other side. Brisbane's got a good run now, and he's really trying to get past Bailey here. Into the hill, but Bailey's not giving it to him. Defensive mode now from Bailey. Brisbane, no, looks like he's got a lot more pace. He's on those soft tyres, Bailey's on those hard tyres, so there's your difference. But a great defensive work from Bailey at the moment. Just cannot get it done, Kenny Brisbane, at this point. Maybe along the straight. So coming to the 90 and around. He's got a better run as Brisbane, and he's definitely going to take it down here at turn one. Well, I'll say definitely, but certainly in a good position too. He's going to get it done, is he? Yeah, and he did in the first go, Brisbane. Bailey didn't really have an answer to that, although he's going to be fighting back hard. Look at this. What a battle. Just reverse now. Brisbane's going to do all the defensive work to see if he can keep Bailey behind him, but Bailey's having a go. He's on the outside. Brisbane's covering the inside as they head up towards chicane. And the outside from Bailey, no chance. So what about through the exit? Nice good run from Brisbane there. Bailey, remember, on those hard tyres. I think that might be his chance gone, at least for now. Of course, with Brisbane on those soft, Bailey knows that at some point he's going to have to start a little bit of fuel management. Is Brisbane Bailey doesn't really need to on those hards, not really. So he's got that in his back pocket to play with. If it comes to it, he's going to let Brisbane go, see how it plays out. Brisbane might end up suffering, which will allow Bailey to get that lead back. So what are we, 23, almost the end of 23, laps out of 28 now. So about to start the last 5 laps of this endurance race here at Watkins Glen. Another really, really great race. Osman 3rd place now. I don't think he's going to get anywhere closer to those guys ahead of him. So they take each other out. But I'm pretty sure if he stays where he is at this point, he'll take a 3rd place all day long. And Neil 4th place, where he's been for a lot of this race actually. Just been very steady, hasn't he? But I don't think he's going to get anything better than that at this point, although it all does hinge on Brisbane's tyres, doesn't it? Neil's on soft as well, so but looks like he's got a little bit more grip on his. Fitzy in 5th place, still with that fastest lap, and I'm not sure anyone's going to beat that fastest lap now, so we might get that fastest lap points for that at the end. I've got myself up to 6th place now, but my tyres, this is what I'm saying, fuel's looking good, but at this point I'm thinking, well, I've got a gap behind me back to Dyson, try and run these as hard as I possibly can, and then maybe just go in for a quick tyre change, no fuel, come out on fresh rubber, just to see out the remainder of this race, to see where that takes me. 6th place at the moment, Dyson in 7th. He's going to be running it to the end. Victor in 8th and Unforgiven fighting him in 9th. Unforgiven now having a look to get it done. It goes round the outside of Victor. Good move from Unforgiven on those soft tyres. Victor on the hards. So a lot more grip on those softs. Coming through the toad out. Victor just clinging on at the moment to the back of Unforgiven. Grasshopper. It looks like he's just been in as well for a tyre change onto those soft tyres. Down there in 10th place, some way back off the back of Victor and Unforgiven. And Love Rocket back to 11th place. Maybe just struggling a little bit out there, Love Rocket, tonight. 11th place. Still Brisbane, still Bailey, still Osman, our top 3. No change really, all the field is quite spread out. I think the closest battle at the moment is probably Forgiven and Victor. Everyone else has got a nice kind of gap between themselves and any other car, so this probably is the closest battle on track, coming into the closing stages to the last 3.5 laps of this race. So fair play to Victor though in 9th place, really trying to hang on to the back of Unforgiven. And again, Victor might be thinking, you know, Unforgiven, might not last, his tyres might not last to the end, so he might be able to grab that 8th place at least off of Unforgiven. So he'll be fine on those hards. Grasshopper 10th place. I think he's going to get any better than that. But it was that off earlier in the race that's done him here. I think kind of knocked his entire strategy out the water, isn't it, really? Love Rocket, we know, in 11th place. There you go. So I've gone in now to change my tyres for what will be the remaining 3 laps in this race to see where it takes me. Brisbane in first still, Bailey in second, and I'm not sure there's going to be much change there, although Brisbane, as I say, has got those soft tyres on, and they're getting to the point where grip is going to become, well, there won't be much of it. Bailey looking okay on those hard tyres, so we'll watch this space up the top here. Osman in third, Neil fourth. Fitzy in 5th place. To a good start, Fitzy. 5th for him at the moment. I think again he's going to be struggling with a bit of grip here and maybe even fuel, looking at his levels. He has got that fastest lap as it stands. 5th for him. Dyson in 6th place. Again, his medium tyres looking a little bit worse for wear on the left, so he could well be just eyeing up that fuel gauge. The tyre situation in these last couple of laps. Forgiven in 7th, the same for him would apply. Victor in 8th. He's looking okay, but again, fuel-wise, could be starting to fuel save and pull. There he is in 9th place, coming fresh rubber. No fuel. At this point, he's going to be eyeing up both Unforgiven and Victor ahead of him to try and get at least 7th place here in this race. Start of this penultimate lap. He's got the boys and the drivers ahead of him in his sights. There they are, going through turn 1, and he can see that they're beginning to struggle with their grip, whereas he can go flat out till the end now. So actually it wasn't intention to do 3 stops from me, but just got to the point where it was a case of having to. So I didn't want to risk it on the soft tyres and lose a lot of time. So I'd rather lose a bit of time in pit lane, come out and give it my all. For the last couple of laps. Brisbane our leader, still leading from Bailey. Brisbane for half a second. I mean, he's doing well with his tyre situation and his fuel, but not a lot left now. They are on the final lap though, of course, so now it's Bailey's chance to see what he can do here on the final lap. He's not got a lot of fuel, but he's got a lot more tyre. So this is going to run right to the end, isn't it, in regards to fuel for these two. But Bailey looking like he's, on 1.5 for Brisbane, and that's going to do it. Bailey's going to win this race because Brisbane has got 1.5 second penalty, and that's probably due to the fact he's got no grip. So you're trying to turn, you're trying to stop, and you're just going over track limits unintentionally, but you're picking up these penalties, and that's going to do him, because Bailey now grabs the lead right in the final sector of this race, right on the final lap as well. So Brisbane just had to concede in the end. Nothing he could do about that. It was just go for it and hope that it was going to work out, but it hasn't quite for Brisbane there, and obviously wasn't planning on the penalties there, but they happened as we watch our leader come round to complete the race and to take the win from pole position, actually, Bailey. So congratulations to him. He does get the win here at Watkins Glen. Closely followed by Brisbane in second. Osman will grab that 3rd place. So the Team 7 Up, first and third. Good result for them. Neil Farmack in 4th. Well done. Fitzy will come in 5th place and will get that fastest lap. Crosses the line now. Dyson will grab 6th place. And I did get both. I did get 7th place, took both Unforgiven and Victor, but look at this. And Victor does get it. No, he doesn't. Oh, just by a nose. Unforgiven gets it. Victor in 9th. So good little finish there for them two. Grasshopper will come over in 10th place. And Love Rocket will come in 11th. Not been his best evening here, Love Rocket Rods, but 11 it is for him. And he's actually out of fuel as well, so just to make matters worse, he's going to have to roll it across the line, literally. Flagman's going to have a aching arm by the time he gets there. Look, he's trying his best to get there. Flagman's going, oh yeah, well yeah, it's really aching badly, and oh, thank God for that. It is finished. So good race here at Watkins Glen for the League of Champions drivers, and well, we will move on to round 6, and I think we're back into Europe actually. Don't think we visit United States anymore, but who knows. So back into Europe next time, and well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that endurance. Sprints next round, and yeah, I'll see you then. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you again, and see you again soon. Bye for now.